You love food. You pour your heart and soul into creating these amazing experiences for people. But let's be honest, does your bank account actually reflect all that passion and hard work? Well, today, we're going to get into the simple math that separates the caterers who are just scraping by from the ones who are building a seriously profitable business.
And really, this is the question, isn't it? It gets right to the heart of the matter. So many talented chefs are basically just guessing when it comes to their numbers. It's time to stop guessing and start building. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it.
All right, so first things first, let's diagnose the real problem here. If you feel like you're working harder than you ever have before, but you're just not seeing the rewards, you are not alone. You've probably fallen into a very, very common trap.
Does this feel familiar? The crazy long hours, the clients are raving, but when you look at your bank account at the end of the month, there's not much to show for it. It is an incredibly frustrating cycle, and honestly, it leads straight to burnout. But the good news, this is a problem with a solution, and we can start fixing it right now. Okay, so the very first step to taking back control is to understand the single most important number in your entire business, and that is your food cost. Now don't worry, it's not complicated, but I promise you, getting this one thing right will fundamentally change how you operate. So what is this thing, really? Well, it's actually super simple. It's just the percentage of a job's price that you spent on the ingredients. Let's say you charge a client $1,200 for a job, and you spend $300 on all the food. Well, your food cost is 25%. That's it. This number, right here, is your financial North Star. And here is the magic number you need to know. Profitable, healthy catering businesses live in this sweet spot, that 20 to 30% range. The moment you start creeping over 35%, you're in the danger zone. That's where all your profit just vanishes into thin air. So the big question you have to ask yourself is, do you know where your business is right now? And this right here shows you exactly why that percentage is so critical. Look, we have two caterers. Both are doing the exact same $1,000 job. Caterer A has a healthy 25% food cost. Caterer B, on the right, is running at 45%. Look at the difference. The smart caterer has $750 left over for labor, overhead, and, most importantly, their own paycheck. The other is left with just $550. That is a $200 swing on one single job just for managing food costs better. And this is the key insight. Your first instinct might be to just jack up your prices, but the real power, the real secret, is in making smarter food choices from the get-go. That one little shift can totally transform your bottom line. Okay, so we know our target. Keep food costs under 30%. But where is all that money disappearing to? Let's put on our detective hats and go hunt for the hidden profit killers that are secretly eating your budget alive. And here it is, the number one culprit. By a mile. Just look at this. For most caterers, protein, the meat, the fish, makes up over half of the entire food budget. Let me say that again, because it's so important. If you are not actively managing your protein costs, you are not managing your food costs. Period. This is the first and biggest place you have to look. And this, right here, this is your strategic playbook. You know, swapping a high-cost protein like lamb for a lower-cost one like chicken or pork doesn't mean you're sacrificing quality. It means you're being smart. You can still offer that amazing steak or fancy seafood, but maybe think of it as a special highlight, not the main event of every single menu you design. Now, the next profit killer is so small it's almost invisible. It happens on every single plate that leaves your kitchen, but its impact is absolutely massive. I call it the 1 ounce mistake. Think about it. Just 1 extra ounce of protein on each plate. No guest is ever going to notice that. But for a party of 100 people, that's over 6 pounds of extra meat you just gave away. At today's prices, that could easily be $60 of pure profit walking right out the door. Now, multiply that by every event you do all year, the number gets scary fast. And trust me, the leaks don't stop there. Food waste is another huge one. You know, offering way too many choices on a buffet looks generous, but when entire trays of food come back untouched, that's just cash straight into the trash can. And then there are seasonal prices. If you're charging the same for a menu with strawberries in January as you do in June, you're losing money. You have to stay on top of this stuff. So, we found the profit killers. Now what's the solution? Well, it involves flipping your entire pricing strategy completely on its head. It's time to learn how to price your jobs backwards. This is the fundamental shift in thinking. Almost every caterer starts by adding up their food costs and then just kind of hopes there's a profit left at the end. The pros, they do the exact opposite. They start by demanding a profit. They ask, how much money do I need to make on this job to make it worthwhile? And here's the recipe. It's a simple 4-step process. Step 1, decide your profit goal. What do you want to walk away with? Step 2, add in all your other costs, your staff, your rent, you name it. Step 3, now you know your maximum food budget. That's the box you have to play in. And only then, at step 4, do you get creative and design a menu that fits that budget and gives you your final price. See? This puts you in the driver's seat. Just let that one sink in for a second. This isn't about hoping you make money. It's about engineering your business to guarantee it. You build the menu to fit the math, not the other way around. It's a game changer. All right, let's bring this all home. It's time to put all these pieces together, to stop the guesswork and start using the simple equation that's going to bring both profit and, frankly, some sanity back into your business. You know, when it comes right down to it, you've got a choice. There are 2 paths. The path on the left is what I call the guessing method. It's that hamster wheel of just reacting to costs, working crazy hours, and burning out. But the path on the right is the equation method. That's where you are in complete control, making smart, strategic decisions and building a business that actually rewards all your hard work. So if you remember nothing else, burn these 3 things into your brain. 1, know your food cost percentage, and you have to keep it under 30%. 2, be relentless. Attack the 3 big profit killers: protein, portions, and waste. And 3, price backwards. Always start with your profit goal. And that brings us right back to where we started. But the difference is, now you have the knowledge, you have the equation, you have the strategy. The choice is yours. Are you going to keep guessing, or are you finally going to start building the profitable catering business that you truly deserve?